The year is 626 AD. A suffocating heat hangs over the city of Constantinople, the jewel of the Byzantine Empire. But it is not the summer sun that causes the people to sweat with fear. It is the sight on the horizon. To the west, a vast and terrifying army has gathered, a horde of nomadic warriors whose reputation for brutality precedes them. These are the Avars, and they have come for the golden apple, the prize of the world. Across the shimmering waters of the Bosporus on the Asiatic shore, another great power watches and waits. The Sassanid Persians, ancient enemies of Rome, have coordinated their attack. This was more than just another battle. This was a moment of existential crisis. Constantinople was the heart of the Christian Roman world, the repository of 1,000 years of culture, law and faith. Who were these terrifying Avars who now threatened the capital of the world? They were a people shrouded in mystery, a nomadic confederation that had erupted out of the vast grasslands of Central Asia a century earlier. Like the Huns before them, they were masters of mounted warfare, skilled horsemen and archers who seemed to live in the saddle. They burst onto the European scene in the 550s, fleeing other powerful tribes in the east. They quickly conquered the Pannonian Basin, the area of modern-day Hungary, establishing a powerful Khaganate that dominated Central and Eastern Europe for over 2 centuries. At first, Constantinople saw them as a potential tool. The emperors employed a classic Roman strategy: use one barbarian group to fight another. They paid the Avars handsome subsidies of gold to attack other troublesome tribes. But this was a dangerous game. The Avars were not mere mercenaries. They were empire builders in their own right. By the early 620s, they were no longer content with gold. The Khagan forged a strategic alliance with the Persian Shah, planning a coordinated final assault to extinguish the Byzantine flame once and for all. To understand the sheer desperation of the siege, one must grasp the immense importance of Constantinople itself. In the 7th century, it was the largest and wealthiest city in the Christian world. Its markets overflowed with silks from China, spices from India, and grain from Egypt. Constantinople was the political heart of the Eastern Roman Empire, the seat of the emperor, God's regent on earth. The city housed the Senate, the central bureaucracy, and the command centers of the Roman army and navy. Furthermore, Constantinople was the undisputed spiritual center of Orthodox Christianity, home to magnificent churches filled with priceless holy relics. The city was a new Jerusalem, protected, its people believed, by the Virgin Mary herself, the Theotokos. The alliance between the Avar Khaganate and the Sassanid Persian Empire was a strategic masterstroke, a nightmare scenario for the Byzantine High Command. The plan was a classic pincer movement designed to exploit Constantinople's unique geography. The Khagan assembled an enormous army, estimated to be around 80,000 strong, composed of Avar cavalry and vast contingents of subject Slavic infantry. Meanwhile, the Persian army under Shahrbaraz was encamped across the Bosporus at Chalcedon, ready to ferry their troops across under cover of the Avar assault. They brought sophisticated siege engines, trebuchets, battering rams, and siege towers, designed to smash through the legendary fortifications. The trap was set. The city was surrounded, its emperor was absent, and 2 of the world's most powerful armies were poised to strike in unison. In late June of 626, the siege began in earnest. The Khagan unleashed his forces in relentless assaults against the 4-mile-long land fortifications. The air filled with the terrifying sounds of war, the thunder of trebuchets, the grinding of siege towers, and the war cries of tens of thousands of warriors. The key to the entire operation was control of the water, and the Bosporus was firmly in the hands of the Byzantine navy. The swift dromons, equipped with the dreaded Greek fire, formed an impenetrable wooden wall on the water, isolating the 2 invading armies. Inside the city, Patriarch Sergius organized great religious processions along the walls, carrying the city's most sacred icon of the Virgin Mary and Child. The people saw this as a spiritual battle, with the Mother of God herself as their divine protector. The climax came in early August. The Khagan planned a massive, coordinated final assault, attacking the land walls, while Slavic boats forced a landing in the Golden Horn. As the fleet of Slavic canoes entered the Golden Horn, they were ambushed by the Byzantine fleet. The battle was a slaughter. The grand assault was a catastrophic failure. Greek fire turned the water into an inferno, and thousands of soldiers were drowned or burned. The morale of the besieging army collapsed entirely. On August 8th, the Avars burned their siege engines and began a hasty and humiliating retreat. The city was saved. The people poured into the streets, celebrating with joy and profound relief. They credited their salvation to the Virgin Mary, and a new hymn was composed in her honor, the Akathist hymn still sung in the Orthodox Church today. The consequences were immense. The Avar Khaganate never recovered, marking the beginning of its long decline and freeing the Slavic tribes from its domination. For Byzantium, the victory was a massive morale booster. Emperor Heraclius was able to press his advantage against the Persians, leading to decisive victory. The empire had survived its darkest hour, proving the resilience of its capital and institutions. History had reached a turning point, and on the shores of the Bosporus, it had turned in favor of Constantinople.